What's going on, everybody? Let's take a look at a sector that I think has been beat down pretty good, and from a longer-term trade perspective, so maybe not a swing trade, but maybe more of a intermediate to possibly long-term trade perspective. This is a sector that is worth looking at. So we're going to take a look at the metals and mining sector, XME. So reason I want to pay attention to this sector is here. I got a monthly chart on the left and then a 3-day chart on the right. Kind of sometimes go 3-day or even a weekly, but I like the 3-day chart on the right. It's just a little faster moving for showing that shift in momentum on the entry time frame for this monthly higher time frame. So basically what I'm seeing on XME is we've got relative strength here on the up is in an uptrend against the general market. So broadly speaking, the metals and mining sector has been outperforming the market on this longer term. We're just experiencing pullback right now. So we got these two MAs are sloping up. We've been going basically nowhere for several months here. And so basically I want to show the sector first, and I'm going to show you the specific stocks that I want to pay attention to. The stocks in this list they all exhibit either earnings per share growth, nice several quarters of strong earnings per share growth, and or strong revenue growth. So these are companies that are they have something going on, and they're exhibiting growth traits. So they're just experiencing a bit of a pullback. So now that we've seen the sector itself, the sector is pulling down to the 10-month moving average. Let's take a look at some of the specific stocks. So starting with CDE, Core Mining. So this stock is of interest to me. It does have a strong monthly ADX. We're pulling down to this previous swing low. So I've marked out this swing low here. And if we also zoom out, we can see that generally speaking, this $12 to $16 range was a previous area of resistance. Now we're coming back and testing it. We're also coming down into the 2-year anchored VWAP, which is this teal line here. So we're coming down into this combination of this swing low, this previous area of resistance, the 2-year anchored VWAP. It has my interest. I do want to pay attention to this stock here. So what I'm watching for is basically if we can see a bullish bar here on the 3-bar or 3-day candle over here. If we get that, I would consider that a shift in momentum. So we don't have it yet, but it's something I'm watching. Now, maybe this needs a deeper pullback into the 20-month MA, possibly. That's very possible. And this will, around 1330 right now. So that's a good one to have on the radar. NEM, Newmont, this is kind of one of the head honcho, I think, gold mining stocks. So again, we see strong monthly ADX. The pullback has been on low volume on the monthly chart. We see the on-balance volume is overall on the monthly chart stayed fairly strong. We still generally have an uptrend in the relative strength. It's getting below the shorter term moving average of the relative strength. But since we're coming and undercutting this low, I do want to pay attention to see if we get another bullish bar here. You can see I marked one out here. It's had this pullback since then, but this is definitely a decent area to get long these stocks. They have really good fundamentals. If they're going to bounce, this is a good place to watch for it to happen. MP Materials. This one still has a strong monthly ADX, strong relative strength uptrend on the monthly chart. So basically, pulling back into this. Well, at the moment, it's pulling back into this 2-year anchored VWAP. So I want to watch for the bulls to step up here, and if they do, take a shot. Century Aluminum. This one, admittedly, this monthly bar is going to look really nasty here if it closes in 2 days like this. We got above average volume, and unless something really crazy happens and it goes way up there, which is unlikely, this is going to be a pretty heavy distribution bar on the monthly. So not the greatest look realistically, but on the whole, on the higher time frame, this thing has been outperforming the market. I do want to keep an eye on it. It's coming into the 10-month SMA right here. So if the bulls can step up here, I think it's a decent stock to take a shot on. But admittedly, this is more of a B-list idea from this sector for me. So then heading over to Hecla Mining. So we got an undercut of this low, similar to those gold stocks that we saw. I've marked out this area. This is a general area I'd be interested in if it can pull back into that 2-year anchored VWAP or the 10-month MA. That's of interest to me. I do want to see, though, if the bulls can step up here, this is a decent place to take a long on Hecla Mining. HYMC, Highcroft Mining Holding Corporation. So we're trading down into this 10-month SMA. We've lost the 2-year anchored VWAP, which isn't great. But again, we have the strong monthly ADX. Having the low volume pullback, like we can see on the 3-day time frame over here, the selling has been generally weak. Look at those selling profile. It's the price has been going down a lot, but the profile of the volume has been very low. So actually like this one a decent amount. If the bulls can step up here, I would take a shot on Lonning Hycroft Mining. And then the last one here is USA Rare Earth. So we do have a relative strength uptrend against the market. Now we're pulling back down into this, basically this last monthly down bar that occurred prior to moving up. We're coming down into this area, the 10-month SMA. We're losing the year-to-date anchored V, or not the, year-to-date anchored VWAP. We are below it right now. This one is of interest to me if the bulls can step up here. I think it's worth taking a shot. Maybe this is like a little volatility contraction pattern. Big swing here, smaller swing before we really rip on out of here. So these are worth keeping on your radar. Again, more high time frame type of ideas, which I'm looking to play. So yeah, I'd be curious to hear if you guys have any other stocks in the material sector that you think I've missed here that are worth keeping an eye on. Leave a comment or questions, whatever. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye bye.